I've probably spent the past 5 minutes trying to do a cold intro to this video, and I have failed miserably. So, hi there, I'm MFR28, you're watching SHADOWCRAFT, episode 16. Nice, simple, easy. We'll go with that. Right now, I am on the search for some mob spawners. I want to go ahead and set up a little farm for mob essence and the tower I've been working on. And I figure the easiest way to do that is to abduct a mob spawner using one of these diamond dollies here from Java. And we're also going to be taking advantage of a bug/oversight with these dollies, and that when you put them in a inventory container, like say a backpack, you no longer have the movement speed penalty. Oh, is that the sand from... Yeah, that's the sand from when I was in here a long time ago. I was going to say this should be kind of safe in here, but I still hear spiders. Alright. So we're just looking for a spawner. I don't really care what kind I get. I'd prefer probably to get a... Push comes to shove, probably skeleton. I think the bone meal would be more useful in the long run than anything else. We'll take that. So right now we're just looking for a spawner. Hopefully I didn't destroy all of them. I honestly don't remember. I do know I went torch crazy. Yeah, nothing there. I may have destroyed all of them on this floor. So much for foresight. Alright, let's check over this way. Alright, what do we have over here? That is a skeleton spawner. You will do. Alright, I believe I just go ahead and I right-click with this thing. Alright, let's go ahead and put it in the backpack. Alright, let's go ahead and get one more. Alright, for one of these I do need to go down another floor. So I'm going to go searching, and if I find anything interesting, I'll be right back. Otherwise, we're heading to the tower. Alright, so the good news is the trip to the Roguelike Dungeon was fruitful. We did get 2 spawners. The only bad news is that they are... That's the wrong bag. There they go. This doesn't tell you what they are, but they're both skeleton spawners. I was able to get the very first skeleton spawner on the first floor, and on the floor below it I was able to get another skeleton spawner. I saw many spider spawners, but I don't want to deal with spiders. I would rather have excess bone meal than spider eyes. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to set this room up right above me as a mob spawning chamber, and I totally forgot to get blocks to get up there. I promise I've done this before. We'll take that. And up we go. I really love that thing. Okay, anyway. Distractions aside. Welcome to my spawning chamber. Yeah, I gotta work on that name. Anyway, right now we are actually in the roof of the derpy tower of mine. It's quickly becoming the not-so-derpy tower, which I'm very thankful for. It's in this room here that I'm going to go ahead and set up my mob spawners. I have it set up right now, so this right here is dead center, right? I want to be able to put at least probably a good 4 spawners in here, maybe. And they'll go roughly on top of each of these pillars, and they should be fine. At a later point, I'll need to fill in these holes, but I'm not too terribly worried about it at the moment. It's actually... There we go. So I figure I'll have a spawner here, here, and here, and from this location, none of these mobs should actually be able to get into my base or into the little side pockets of the room here. Nor are they going to be able to spawn up on the outside of the building. So, I mean, it's pretty safe. There are some things that I do need to take into account, though. While doing this, I'm not going to have a way to be in here to, like, turn these off. They're not going to respond to redstone signal like you would if you had, like, a soul cage or anything. And since it's not, like, say, a mob spawner, it'll run pretty much as long as I'm near. So what I need to figure out, I don't know if this will work, but I need to find out if redstone lamps will actually work through conveyor belts. And unfortunately, the only real way I know to test is going to involve me putting myself in the hazard of being killed by hostile mobs. Alright, so what does that mean? That means that I need to get the right bag. There we go, levers. Alright, so we have the levers, we have the, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and break this real quick. And I want to see if I can, okay, I can put it on there, that's good. Let's turn on F7 real quick so we can see spawnable areas. Okay, so right now that's spawnable. If I apply a redstone signal, it's going to stop the conveyor. Light does shine through though. So it needs to indirectly power the lamp. If it's directly powering a block next to it, it's going to cut off the conveyor. Alright, so that's not going to work too terribly well. I suppose that really wouldn't be an issue. I mean, if I turn this off, it shouldn't be spawning any additional mobs. I just wouldn't want it to stop with mobs up here just milling around this bit. I'd want them to wander towards the grinders. It's potentially troublesome, but I think I'll deal with it for now, because the ability to actually turn the spawners on and off is too great to look away from. Alright, the question is, how many of these lamps am I going to need? Alright, so we're going to reach in our little bag of goodies here. We're going to steal the mob grinder. I want to go ahead and I want to put that in the wall dead center to this post right here. And it's the wrong way. Alright, I did bring a quartz wrench. I think I can rotate it using this thing. There we go. Alright. Which wall do we choose? Oh, we chose poorly. Let's go for another wall. We want to do this in the one where I don't have the infinite water source for the brewing setup. So let's do it over here. And again, the wrong way. Alright, so we have the grinder in. We're just going to go over here for a second to work. I'm going to need a way to get items out of here down to the bottom. I'm going to worry about that later though. And I'm also going to need a source of power for this. I think for power what I'm going to use, I'm going to make a turbine. I'm going to stick it on the side of the building. Why? Because I can. Alright, instead of using a water turbine like I have over by my factory, we're actually going to be using a wind turbine. And we need to be moderately careful. I have seen raptors spawning on this roof, so it's totally safe. Is that an ender creeper? Oh my god, you're kidding me. Alright, let's see, where am I? You know what, I think this looks to be a good height. I am going to need to come out just a little bit. Let's see, I want to do a 5x5, so if this is at the center point, I need to be able to go down. So that's... okay, right there. So this is just temporary scaffolding. I'll go ahead and take it down when I am done getting this thing set up. Alright, so let's reach in our bag of tricks to get the wooden turbines. There we go. I'm not sure if this will function if it's like directly placed against here, so I am going to offset it just a wee little bit. And then we're just going to do 5. That doesn't go there. And that's going to be a pain in the butt in a second. Holy raptors. Okay, this is, yeah. I've got to do something about those mob spawns eventually. Alright. I should be able to fix this from the other side. I believe if you go ahead and if I poop, okay, fine. The bounding boxes on these turbines are a little odd. Alright, so I got those going. That's okay for now. Let's see if this will work. So I'll put one there and I'll put one there. So those are facing the wrong way. I should be able to wrench you. Okay, let's try the screwdriver. Shift right click, general, rotation. There we go. Okay, so those are the right way now. Okay, we got that one back, and we got that one back. And again, we want to get these facing the right way. Alright. So we want general mode, we want the dead center, which is right there. There we go. We got a big old turbine now. Now to actually draw off any power from this, I'm going to need to attach a wooden gear, and I'm going to need a gear shaft. You know, actually, I might not. Let's see, I might be able to just plop the motor right on the back of this thing. That should eliminate most, if not the majority, of any sort of power loss that I'd be incurring. So if I right-click, shift right-click, okay, it's producing electricity, that's good. Let's go ahead and put the motor away and the gear shaft and stuff. I totally forgot about that. This means I'm going to be short a motor for something a little bit later on, but I'll worry about that then. And the battery. Alright, so for this, I'm going to go ahead and take the battery out of the bottom. Alright, let's put the battery right here. Okay, input there, and we'll do the output on the bottom. Didn't think that through too much, did I? Let's raise this up. Okay, output bottom. Input top. Okay, good. And that's building up power. Excellent. I mean, it's not terribly fast, but I mean, I hope it'll be enough for what I need. If not, I can add some more stuff. Alright. So, we are going to need to micro-block this wall in a sec. Oh, my mouse is going crazy. Oh no, that's going good. Okay. Of course, there's no power in here now, but that's going good. All right. The real test of this is, will I actually start building up a surplus of energy once the thing gets full? So far, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is good. Okay, I'm happy. I might need to make some more batteries though, because I don't plan on running this all the time, but I want to make sure that I have enough to keep this thing going for a little bit. Bam. Tell you what, let's go ahead and... Do I have any wood on me? No, I have a storage crate. Okay, that's exposed to the outside. I have a very noisy dog behind me right now. I'm sorry about that. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mitzi. Alright, that's going. Let us actually go ahead and put down a spawner. Before I do that, I am going to go take a quick detour back to my main house to get some framed wire so that I can get the conveyors set up and stuff. Alright, so we have general area set up, it's good. Let's go ahead and get our spawners in. And while I'm up here, I also want to go ahead and make a few more slabs. Because I believe that they can't spawn on slabs. I know they can't spawn on actual like wood slabs and stuff. Well, the lower half. They can spawn on the top half. What I need to do is when I put down the actual mob spawners, I need to make sure that I have a no spawnable room on top of them. So we're just going to go ahead and put the ones down here and on the top of these pillars. So we're going to break out the bag. We're going to break out the right bag. Let's clear the inventory a little bit. Alright, so right click, slab, not dark enough, well, not light enough. That's what you get. Okay, so where did he spawn? I guess it's because the air itself is not dark enough at that given height. That's unfortunate. That means I need more lamps. And unfortunately, I don't have the glowstone for that at the moment. I wonder if he spawned on top of it. What the heck is the range on this thing? Alright. So it looks like my off switch is actually just going to be a reduced mode switch. Oh dear. Poo, 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 poo. Okay, hey, I'm alive. We're good. Everything's fine. That was an infernal mob, but we're good. Alright, so some good news, some bad news. The redstone lamps, they don't turn off the spawner. At best, they slow down a little bit. The good news is, as at the moment, my wind turbine that I have set up out here is actually providing more than enough power to run the grinder. It's actually creating additional power during the process. If I didn't have that battery up there, I'd be kind of in trouble because I just wouldn't be able to have any reserve. But I mean, we're building up, so that's good. That's hope for running some other machines. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go ahead and poke out two lines. Well, tell you what, no, I'll just do one line. We're going to have a machine here and a machine here. We're going to have copper cable come down this way, except we're going to have it connect a little differently. We're not going to just branch off of what's going into the grinder. We're going to use it in its flat mode so that we can run it along some piping. Let's go ahead and tear out the pillar here. And the pillar here. While we're at it, we're going to go ahead and put down some micro blocks. Just doing this to make sure that I don't accidentally walk out the wall. Plus, it's easier to fix this now than later. Alright, so what I'm going to put down here is in my little baggie here, I have a few MFR machines. For the purpose of today, though, we're using the Auto-Enchanter and the Auto-Disenchanter. Each of these require liquid experience to function, as well as power. If I were smart, I probably also would have made an Auto-Anvil. I'll make one of those later. So we have the Enchanter. We'll put the Anvil here if we get one, and then here we'll put the Disenchanter. So these are fairly easy. You give it power, you give it mob essence, and an item, and tell it how many levels to use, and it will enchant it. I mean, it's not hard. It's really easy to use. The Disenchanter, it will strip an enchant off of an item and put the enchant on a book. It's actually fairly useful if you get an item that has a good enchant you want, but it might not be a good set of stuff. The only problem is it will damage the items as you do it, so you'll either need to repair it or you need to be willing to lose the item. Alright, so for what we want to do, though, that's not really going to be an issue. Okay, we're Going to go ahead, get the panels back here. So now normally when I've been using this copper wire, I've been hitting shift, so I get the freestanding wire just like this, right? That's good, but that takes up the same space as the pipes I'm going to be using, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm instead just going to place it like a regular block, not holding anything, and this actually runs it along the ground, and I should be able to. I've not actually tested this, I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I should now be able to put a pipe right above that. Oh, that's great. That's excellent. This means that I can actually run the power and the piping through the same line. I hope that the stuff is able to flow into the machine without some sort of pump needed, or if I can supply the pump up top, but we're going to find out. And we'll go ahead and run the power up this way. I don't know, do I want to run the... Yeah, you know what, let's just go ahead and run the wire up the side. Connecting twice. That's odd. Oh, okay, yeah. The copper wire, any of the wiring for resonant induction, if you touch it while it's drawing a current, it will kill you. It'll hurt you. And even though I'm not touching that, it's still, that's odd. Let's go ahead and disconnect that for now. See, between the two of these, it shouldn't actually be doing anything because there's no power, but it's trying to draw, so I guess that's why it's damaging. What the hey? Okay. We'll just agree to call that odd and move on. Alright, so that's going. I don't think it matters, but just to be safe, I'm going to put a strip right here to prevent that wire from connecting. You know what? I don't think I can actually. Let's find out. Alright, so we'll take that and we'll solve this into a strip. Oh, I can. Oh, and it does work. That's excellent. I don't think there's actually a front to this machine. Alright, and let's go ahead and just cover this up. Alright, so since I can't look in the center here, if I go to the side, I should be able to place it this way. There we go. So we have the power and stuff running up the side behind these panels. And I need to, again, pillar back up into the roof here. And that's full. Okay, this is putting out a lot more stuff than I thought it would, to be honest. I'm ashamed to admit I underestimated its potency. See, why isn't that damaging me? Yeah, I better not question this. There's so much junk in here, though. Look at this. Leather caps. I will never need that. I mean, I need to find a way to... Extra utilities as a trash can. I bet I can do something with the Project Red transfer pipes to make it default everything except what I want to the trash. I think that's probably going to be my best bet. Alright, so anyway. This is here. So it's still one back yet. There we are. That means the other one is right over here, I believe, right? Excellent. We'll fix this in a minute. Okay, this is actually a carpenter stair block. Can I put the wire on top of that? I can. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and take one of these abyssal blocks, well, two of them. We're going to micro block this thing. Oh, man. Well, the good news is the kobold has the saw. The bad news is the kobold has the saw. Oh, and he's in the poo. Excellent. Just excellent. Alright, I actually need to get more pipes, which means I need more plastic. For now, we'll just get the power hooked up then. So I just need to run this across. And to get rid of this is not supposed to be there. Wow, I have messed this up. Something terrible. I think this is supposed to, yeah, it's supposed to be black. There we go. That is now safe to traverse. See, I'm curious. This isn't killing me right here, but the flat wire is. Alright, now I'm quickly draining power. Oh, no, we're building power up again. Oh, this is great. Why is this... Oh, geez, it ran out of space already? Crap. I need to... I need to seriously take care of these mobs. Oh my god. I'll be right back. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I have come up with a temporary, and I really do need to stress, temporary solution to my item issues. It's a hole in the ground with a matching hole in the ground up here. It's a very lovely plan, very daring, I think. And it basically boils down to the fact that I currently don't have the stuff I need to properly filter this. I have a whole mess of barrels over here. Everything that is in one of these barrels I have gotten from a skeleton being killed from that grinder. So, I mean, it's a ton of bones and arrows, of course. But I'm also getting things like feathers and gunpowder cookies from the ancient mobs. Even the rare gold and the emerald there. I'm also getting a ton of enchanted stuff. Not all of this is of the best quality. I'm probably going to end up throwing a good portion of it away. If I was able to break it down, I'd probably... Oh. Well, I can save the steel stuff, the iron stuff anyway. When I eventually get a blast furnace, I can melt it down for ingots. There are a few items that stand out. Like, I'll get the ancient items occasionally, and sometimes they have a lot of good stuff. The gold I'm going to save, if only because gold is good to use for enchanting. So if I were to enchant something with gold and use 30, I'll get a lot more stuff on it than I would if I had, say, used diamond. And I can then strip off the enchants I want over here. Let's just pull this out real quick. So that just gave me 37 arrows and 16 bones. I'm probably going to have to go ahead and remove one of those spawners in there and put something else, because like this is way too much in the way of bones and arrows. I severely underestimated how much this would actually put out. And I'm not terribly upset about that. I'm actually rather happy that it's doing a little too much. I really want to try to go get an... I managed to catch that one. I want to try to get a Enderman spawner. There is one inside of that Roguelike Dungeon, though I'm not quite brave enough to go get one right now. That's probably something that I'm going to go ahead and do between episodes. I am also going to work on actually getting this to filter correctly so that I don't have to have this hole here for stuff to drop down. And while it does work, and it's a lovely hole, it's a safety hazard. Just fall right in. Alright, so there's actually not much more for this I need to do, because this is in working order right now. If we can go ahead, if we hit the switch here, it should turn off spawning, so we should stop hearing things up there in a little. So much for stopping hearing things. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this for now. I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode of SHADOWCRAFT. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a message below. And as always, have a good day.